Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
TV Talk Daily. Netflix takes on a classic film. Can it capture the magic of cinema? You know what happened when you first heard that Richard Linklater's docudrama about the making of Breathless had been sold to Netflix? A lot of people thought Jean-Luc Godard must be turning over in his grave. For Nouvelle isn't just another movie about the making of a movie, it's about the making of a movie that incarnates the word cinema. Richard Linklater made this film as a love letter to Breathless, and given all that, the idea that he'd only be seen on the small screen seemed like the ultimate film distribution irony. If Nouvelle isn't destined to be experienced in a movie theater, then what independent film is? Yet, when you think about it more deeply, Jean-Luc Godard probably would have been fine with this and might even have laughed off the whole issue as having nothing to do with the fate of cinema. To Godard, cinema didn't just mean watching a movie on the big screen. It meant something spiritual, a transportation into the sacred reality of what the big screen could hold. He spent years dabbling in video, and he might not have even approved of Nouvelle Maybe he'd say that Breathless was cinema, while Nouvelle is just a museum. At Cannes Film Festival, where Nouvelle premiered to an enraptured response, people discussed how the film would perform once it was out in the real world. Netflix figured into those discussions. They'd picked up Linklater's previous film, Hitman, which they paid $20 million for at Venice Film Festival. But now, with a cinematic flower like Nouvelle on their hands, I suspect that even Linklater couldn't be too happy about the deal. The movie will receive a 2-week Oscar-qualifying run in New York and LA, but 99% of people who see it will watch it at home. We can imagine what Jean-Luc Godard would say if he were still around. People think that there is Netflix and that there are movie theaters. But today, you are never watching Netflix more than when you're in a movie theater. That's how Godard saw cinema, not just about watching movies on the big screen. Nouvelle was shot in Paris and counts as a foreign language film. 90% of it is in French. It could wind up as France's Academy Award submission for Best International Film, which would be likely to be its Oscar nomination. Netflix has excelled in this category, winning the award for Roma and getting nominations for films like The Hand of God. But with all that considered, I'm left wondering why Richard Linklater decided that Netflix was the best home for Nouvelle The visibility of advertising is drastically splintered today. You can't just sell a movie by touting its virtues as an event. It's hard to get people excited about something you can only see on your screen. On the other hand, I could have envisioned younger moviegoers catching the fever for Nouvelle and wanting to see Breathless. The Linklater name means a great deal. He is one of the giants in cinema. With proper handling, I think Nouvelle might have made $3.5 million at theaters. Now, when people say they watched it on Netflix, it just doesn't have the same ring to it. Going to see a movie used to mean going out of the house, something we all should be doing more often. Nouvelle is like raising nostalgia for an age when movies were bigger than us, but now that's something you'll experience only while watching it on Netflix.